Hey guys, welcome back to the Casa Dream Team's real estate channel. Today we're going to be discussing some fun and maybe not so fun facts about Albuquerque, New Mexico. So let's get into it. To start off, we're going to talk about one of the maybe not so fun facts of Albuquerque, and that is the bugs. Mosquitoes are definitely a thing here during the warmer months, especially for those who live near the river. They don't just limit themselves to the river though. Standing water anywhere can turn your space into their hangout spot. I've heard it said that they have a preference for sweet blood. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is, I apparently have very sweet blood. A little side story. I was at an inspection in the East Mountains and the home had standing water all around the outside of the house. I counted 32 mosquito bites that night, and yes, they even bit through my clothes. So if you're like me and are a magnet for these tiny bloodsuckers, having mosquito repellent on hand is essential. Living in a desert climate does come with its perks, but with that, it does bring along its fair share of creepy crawlies. Centipedes, scorpions, and cockroaches, oh my. Centipedes have earned the name 100-leggers because, well, it looks like they have hundreds of thin, long legs. They can grow up to 6 inches, but most of them are considerably smaller. And then there's the scorpions. With their pinchers and skinny tails, they average about, 1 to 2 inches, but size can vary. And let's not forget about the cockroaches. They can be found throughout most of the city, but they're especially fond of older homes with older sewage systems. And they might not respect property lines. Even if you're able to tackle the issue in your home, they may just pay you a visit from your neighbors. But fear not, as long as you have a good bug guy, which I highly recommend, you can keep these unwanted guests in check. People tend to think of the Southwest as a place where it's always hot. While we do have over 300 days of sunshine and clear blue skies, we do embrace all 4 seasons, and yes, that does include winter. It's not uncommon to see snowfall here, especially in the foothills or the East Mountains where it can be a winter wonderland. However, it doesn't mean that Albuquerque is accustomed to this winter weather. When the white stuff does make an appearance, even if it's just an inch or two, Albuquerque has been known to shut down. Winter isn't the only curveball that the weather throws at us. Enter our honorary 5th season, and that is the wind. Hold on to your hats because the wind here can be pretty powerful, and it can make for a bad hair day if you're not prepared. And then there's the rain, the unexpected plot twist. We get most of our rainfall during the monsoon seasons, which typically are between June and September. During a heavy rain, within a few minutes, the streets can turn into temporary rivers. It's also not uncommon to experience this. Imagine you're standing in one spot, dry as a bone, and then you take a few steps and all of a sudden, you're under the middle of a rain shower. A local piece of wisdom. If you're not a fan of the current weather, the saying goes, just wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. This is a city where we can experience all 4 seasons in the span of one day. A unique challenge that us locals know all too well, goat heads. If you think stepping on a Lego hurts, just wait until you step on a goat head in bare feet. A goat head is a type of sticker that grows off a weed and really thrives in our dry climate. Goat heads are also skilled hitchhikers. They can cling to your shoes, latch onto your clothes, and sneak their way into your house under the shoes or even by way of your furry companions. For bike enthusiasts, be forewarned because goat heads can be the nemesis of your bike tires. No matter how they fall or get kicked around, they're always equipped with a pointy spike ready to puncture. Despite their seemingly inconspicuous appearance as small ground vines, don't be fooled. They have a knack for producing hundreds of these prickly stickers all over the ground. So let's move on to something a little bit more fun. Enough of bugs and goat heads. When you move here to Albuquerque, you'll notice we use a lot of unique words and phrases here. So here's a quick crash course into some of the lingo that you will want to know before you move to Albuquerque. So the word Albuquerque can be a mouthful, and it's not very easy to spell either. I mean, what other word has 2 Q-U-E's in it? Not Locals have come up with some nicknames to help shorten it. The most common that you'll hear is, of course, ABQ, the Duke City, the 505, and Berkey. In Albuquerque, Christmas isn't just a holiday. In fact, it's a popular request at local Mexican food restaurants. All it means is that you would like red and green chili on your food. So when the waitress comes up and asks, would you like red, green, or Christmas? You'll know what they're talking about. The land of mañana, which translates to the land of tomorrow. This phrase is often used to describe the relaxed and easygoing pace of life here in Albuquerque. If we can do it tomorrow, we will, even if we can't. Luminarias. Now this is not just a fancy word for lights. It's actually a cherished New Mexican holiday tradition. Forget elaborate displays. We opt for simplicity. And instead of stocking up on fancy light displays, we stock up on paper bags. Picture small paper bags filled with sand and illuminated by candles, creating a glow from these paper bags. During the holiday season, you'll see them lining up streets and walkways, creating that extra touch of holiday spirit. When all the neighbors join forces, it creates quite the spectacle on Christmas Eve. Ristras. No, it's not a dance move. If you don't know by now, us locals love our chili. In fact, we even use it for decorations. Ristras are strings of dried chili peppers commonly hung outside homes or shops. They symbolize hospitality and are believed to bring good luck and health. Yes, of course, they're not just used for show, they're also used to create our mouth-watering red chili sauces. For the history buffs out there, our state has played a vital role in the narrative of the nuclear age. In fact, the southern part of the state is home to the White Sands Proving Ground, now known as the White Sands Missile Range. It's comprised of over 3,200 square miles, roughly the size of Rhode Island and Delaware, and is the largest military installation in the United States, supporting the Army, Navy, and Air Force. This is the very site where the first atomic bomb was tested during the Manhattan Project in 1945. Over the years, more than 42,000 rockets and missiles have been tested here. It's also one of only 2 places in the United States that is not under the control of the Federal Aviation Administration. The other site is the White House. Although the area is currently under the control of the Air Force and visiting the site is off limits, you can check out the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History right here in Albuquerque and learn the full history. The museum is actually a Smithsonian affiliate and the only congressionally chartered museum in its field. Lastly, let's explore Albuquerque's deep connection with the iconic Route 66. Route 66 played an integral role in Albuquerque's growth and development in the early 1900s and boasts the longest urban stretch of the original route. Before Albuquerque's main street became Central Avenue, it was a significant part of Route 66, also known as the Main Street of America or the Mother Road. Today, this road will take you east to west through some of the most notable neighborhoods like Nob Hill, Old Town, and Downtown. As you cruise down Central Avenue, you'll be surrounded by eclectic shops, vintage artifacts, neon signs, classic motels, and retro diners. No exploration of Route 66 is complete without a pit stop to the iconic Route 66 diner. A retro ambiance, delicious burgers, classic jukeboxes, and of course, amazing milkshakes. You can even enjoy a show at the Chemo Theater, which is a historic city icon that was built to showcase vaudeville acts. If you have a deep appreciation for theater, music, and film, you won't want to leave this off your list. Albuquerque embraces its Route 66 history with annual celebrations such as the Route 66 Summerfest, which is an event featuring live music, classic car shows, a street fair, food trucks, and much more entertainment. So there you have it, the fun and maybe not so fun facts of living here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There really is so much to love and appreciate here, despite maybe the not so fun things. If you're thinking about making a move to the land of enchantment, give us a call today.